You're listening to the Positivity Hour podcast, hosted by Darshaun Smith. Strap in and buckle up, and let's get straight into it.
Top of the morning, ladies and gentlemen. In today's episode of the Positivity Hour, we are going to be talking about a few things, okay? Some things my mentors have been talking about as of late, about staying competitive, present versus future you, and how the road to the top, the road to success, is often known as a rocky road, or in theory, it should be. So all that and more after the intro. Well, actually, I think the intro already played, so let's just get straight into the main topic.
Time for the main topic.
Alrighty, folks. Today's podcast episode is brought to you by Darshaun Smith Productions. I'm just messing with you. I just said that so I could figure out what episode this is, and it looks like it's episode 193. We're back in my room today here in Cedar Rapids, and I got a brisk, okay? Make sure you drink some water, but come on. You only die once. You only live, a few times, 50,000 or so in your lifetime. You got to enjoy some nice things. So today it's a brisk iced tea. But, I don't really have a plan or a schedule or anything in particular I want to talk about here. I just want to go over, like I said, those three main insights. A mentor of mine was just speaking to me this last week. A big thing I do in my life, I talked about this, I think, 2 episodes ago. And actually, no, I can tell you exactly what episode this was. I was just looking at my podcast. And it was on August 24th. Today, as you can see, is September 7th in the background. The 5 pieces of advice I'd give my younger self. One of them was wake up right away and make my bed. Well, recently I've been waking up, trying to wake up the first time rather than going back to sleep for another 30 minutes to an hour. And when that actually does happen, I'll lay in my bed, but I'll listen to a short little lecture or voice note from a mentor of mine, and this person, I listen to them every day. I've been listening to this person every day in the morning, right when I wake up. Sometimes I wake up, brush my teeth. Sometimes I wake up, make my bed, eat some food, but it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm listening to this person. And this last week, they these last 7 days, they hit me with some facts, some knowledge, some sauce that I really just wanted to present to you. So that's what this video is going to be about. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish pieces of advice my mentor gave to me, I'm going to give to you. I don't know what I'm going to call this video, but it's something about that. So I'm going to start with the lesson from yesterday and just kind of go backwards. So the lesson from yesterday was about staying competitive. Oftentimes, and I've experienced this in my own life as well with my business, we see people who aren't as good at something. Maybe they're not as technically sound as you or I, but they have more clients, they get more opportunities, they see more success. Why is that? Obviously, there's 2 ways you could look at this. Number 1, you could just say, they suck. I don't know why that's happening. Or number 2, which is what you and I should do, and what I did this last week, and what my mentor was telling me to do yesterday, is look at that and be like, maybe being technically sound isn't the thing that's getting them more money, more clients, more opportunities. It's something else. What is that? I need to figure that out if I want to see similar success, because obviously they have something I want. I need to swagger jack what they're doing and make it my own. And I was experiencing this yesterday. Shout out to my friend Dave, okay? Dave the plug. But sometimes we were shooting a music video, you'll see it's here soon. Maybe I'll put a little clip on the screen or something right here just so you can get a little behind the scenes or something. And sometimes when I'm watching Dave work, I'm just brother, I would not have done it like that, or it's a different way of thinking, and I'll slowly slip into that first mindset of, maybe he's trash or whatever. And then I got to remind myself of that second perspective, to where, nah, he's obviously doing something that I'm not doing because he has more opportunities than me. He is known by more people and doesn't just know more people. It's one of my favorite sayings in life. My brother said it to me once. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. And a lot more people know him for something he's doing than, with me and the people I interact with. So although we have back and forth every now and then, especially like when we're working together or directing or whatever. It's nice camera, competitiveness or whatever, working with a bro. But it's just nice to remember you can learn something from everyone. It doesn't matter if they're doing better than you, doing worse than you, if they're more technically sound, or if they're just more connected. Everyone has a lesson to teach. So that was yesterday's insight. The insight from the 5th of September, okay? Present versus future you. I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole. It was a whole little 10-minute voice note, but essentially what was being presented here by my mentor was this concept of compounding, okay? Working every single day on something. So if you want to be a world-class rower, that's making sure you run every day to keep your cardio up, or if you can, row every day so you can keep ingraining the muscle memory into your body with the correct form. Or maybe you want to be a dentist. I was talking to this girl last night. She wants to be a dentist. What I'm saying? That's practicing your technique, or making sure you're actually showing up to lectures and participating in class so you can get the full experience and learn what needs to be learned to get to where you need to get to. Present you is gonna hate it because it's so repetitive. It's same thing day in, day out. Maybe you're not seeing the actual success, but you got to realize, the Great Wall of China wasn't built overnight. It was built brick by brick. What I'm saying? It took 50 years or 100 years or whatever it took. And that was a lot of bricks, what I'm saying, that still got climbed over in the end. But I don't know. I wasn't alive. Maybe it didn't. I don't. I just read the history of the victors. But nonetheless, present you is going to get lost in the sauce of doing brick by brick. But future you is going to appreciate it because, like I said yesterday, I was at that video shoot and I did all of these little shoots or practices of trying to figure out how to use my camera, or understanding composition or camera settings. So when you get into an environment, when you get to your opportunity and it's oh snap, it's not going right, or this just broke, how do we adjust, or this or that, it's I've been here before because I've practiced. I've been here before because I've put the brick down 3 years ago on this, what I'm saying? And it's just becoming a wall or a step up today, what I'm saying? And I think that was a very important lesson my mentor was putting me on, okay? The 4th of September, so this is last Thursday now, about rocky roads to the top, okay? You got to think. Picture this, okay? If success was easy, if obtaining money or the woman or guy of your dreams or the house or car or the job was easy, everyone would have it. And you want to know what makes it not easy? Adversity. We'll use the example of the Colorado Buffaloes, okay? I was watching Well Off Media, Deion Sanders Jr.'s video where Deion Sanders Sr., the Coach Prime, was talking to his team and was talking about adversity and how everyone has adversity. But if you want to actually see success, you just got to work through it. And because a lot of the, young folks in the room, the players on the team were having a pity party, as Deion said, Coach Prime, put some respect on it. But he was okay, well, let's ask what the coaches are currently experiencing and why they're still working hard to get to where they got to today and to help make you better. And he proceeded to go down a line and he was I didn't even know they were going through that, but they still showed up. They still worked hard. They still, figured out a way to, make it happen so that they got that new job offer to come here and make 7 figures. These people are saying their parents got dementia. They don't even remember them. One person was my wife is currently battling breast cancer and it's not looking good. She might croak, what I'm saying? But he's still showing up to work, still trying to help these people be better. All of these things. It was wild. And it just made me really think and remember this concept here. And this is what I want you to take away from this section. This is something I think about, I don't know if I came up with it, but I think about this all the time. The higher highs you experience in life, the lower lows you are also going to see, because life is a balancing act. So if you just got that raise at the job and now you're making 6 figures, and let's say you just found the woman of your dreams, okay, that may be cool, but now your car broke and now your mom's in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way life works sometimes. You're going to experience those highs. You're going to see progression and success in your career. And then you're just going to get wrecked in the comment section one day and be asking yourself, dang, is this worth it? Because ignorance is bliss. And the more you know, the more you succeed oftentimes. But the more you succeed, the more you see life trying to balance it out so you can hopefully stay humble. But yeah, that's a conversation for a different time. Last Wednesday, okay, what did you do? This lecture, it was nice, short, and sweet. It was like a minute or two long. And it really, this is one of the biggest takeaways I came up with. Actually, that I was, funny enough, taught towards the end of my college career from my professor, Dr. Louis Seamster. Okay, one of the best teachers, instructors, like I said, professors I've ever had in my life. And she literally said this, but I was reminded of this last Wednesday. Take time to look back at what you've done. And it sounds simple, but like they were saying on Friday, the present versus future you, on Wednesday, they're saying, yes, you're going to put bricks down every day. You know, the goal is to work towards your dreams, goals, and aspirations. You know, write that paper, take some photos, edit some video, whatever your thing is, practice the craft and get better. But take stock of what you've done. Look back occasionally, not every day, but occasionally when you think you're in a rut or you're hitting a creative block or when you have some self-doubt, and look back and be like, dang, like literally right here over on my wall over here, I have all of these media credentials to get into these events, football games, basketball games, you know, marching band things. Even my new, I'll show you this because it's right here. Even my new Hawkeye marching band credential right here, like it's sideways now. It's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't have all the numbers I used to have, but hey, green means go. That means I can go anywhere, anytime on the field. And like things like that. It's like, yo, I had to like have the skills to reach out to the right people to even have them think about giving me that green means go pass to capture the moment when I'm at an Iowa Hawkeye football game for the marching band, you know? And so, yeah, like that's simply stated, like, what did you do? Just remember to look back. But also, this is the flip side of it that my mentor was talking about as well in this lecture. Like, actually make a plan to go forward, because failing to plan is planning to fail. So instead of being like, oh, I worked 2 hours today on this, like that doesn't matter. If you didn't achieve anything, you didn't achieve anything. And that's why I made this transition like 5 years ago. On my to-do list, I just say like finish, in this case, Positivity Hour episode 193. So like it may take me 30 minutes to do this. It may take me 10 hours to do this. The goal is to finish it, okay? The goal isn't just to like show up. The goal is to finish this HMB vlog. The goal is to, you know, actually post some of the songs from the 50-ish song mixtape. The goal is to finish some marketing clips I gotta put up on my Instagram. The goal is, you know, fill in the blank. So remember, what did you do? Look at your past and make a plan for the future and get stuff done. Don't just work. Have stuff you can actually get done. Tuesday, okay, at 1:11 p.m. to be exact, we have the isolation red flag. And this, oh my Lord, this has been a big one as of late. And this, I'm telling you, I normally watch these lectures because, you know, it came out Tuesday at 1:11 p.m. So I actually listened to this on Wednesday. You know, I normally listen to it when I wake up, like I said. And this was exactly, I mean, it's like the Oracle from the Matrix. Like, it was exactly what I needed to hear at that point in time. Because, like, the more I've been working and the more I've been, you know, going down this rabbit hole of trying to take my business more seriously and take my personal brand more seriously and really trying to, like, lock in the day job and here and just trying to find a balance so that I can just work and escape the rat race and get into an entrepreneurial rat race, you know, that requires me to work like 120 hours a week now instead of 30, you know, because I don't even work a full-time job. I work a part-time job. You know what I'm saying? The isolation red flag, okay, simply stated, but not to be misconstrued with anything else, is like literally I say all that to say that like isolation is good at times, okay, but it is bad because you got to think, especially with what I do is creative. If you're on a team, you play football, soccer, baseball, whatever, let's say you're in an office, a cubicle, you're on a team of marketers or developers for Google or QTS or whatever. Like isolation can be a good thing because it can help you lock in, but it also can be bad because you can't bounce ideas off of people. You can't learn new perspectives from other people. You can't be a human and have friendships and kinships and family relations that actually mean something to you. And why I was saying this means so much to me and why it helped me so much at this point in time in my life is because I was hitting like peak isolation. It's like I go to work, I don't talk to anyone while I'm there. I just like freaking drive the bus. I don't say anything to the people that get on or off. I'm just here to get this job done and then come back and just work. I lock myself in this room and I look at a computer screen and I just grind. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. I mean, you'll see some results, but like then again, my business, like I was saying yesterday, I have to go outside and I have to like communicate with people. Like I met Dave because I worked with, I shot a video for one of his friends and he saw that video and he liked one of my posts and I DM'd him, you know what I'm saying? And like 2 years later, we're here, you know what I'm saying? To where he was like, hey, I got this music video I'm working on. I need you to come like co-direct, or maybe take over, just like shoot this thing. Like, let's go, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have got that opportunity if I didn't like take the initiative to not isolate myself. And I just had to remind myself of that. And conveniently, my mentor did too on Tuesday. Monday, okay, at 12:25 p.m. So I watched it on Tuesday. The Secret Ingredient, okay? I don't actually really remember what this one was about in particular, so I'm going to make it up on the fly. The secret ingredient is you, okay? You got to remember, like, you are the constant variable in your life, okay? Like, yes, and I said this literally in 2 podcasts ago in episode 190 as well, 5 pieces of advice I'd give to my younger self. Maybe that's why I was getting at some of these things, is because it was just what was on my mind at the time. And it's this, the secret ingredient is you. Like, people come and go. People will enter your life and leave and exit for a variety of reasons. It could be death or a marriage or moving across the country, whatever it is. But you are the constant variable in your life, okay? You are the thing that doesn't change. You will always be you. You will always be the little thing inside your brain that somehow takes these light photons and makes it into an image you and I can see. You know, you're the one listening to the audio, okay? You see, what's up, Spotify and Apple? Make sure you leave a review and tell a friend, please. We're trying to grow this podcast and put people on game. But remember that, like, you need to guard the secret, okay? And you need to protect it. But then again, like, think about the Krabby Patty secret formula. Like, you got to be able to distribute it in a way so the masses know the greatness of this thing, you know what I'm saying? The greatness of, in this case, you, okay? Because you are an amazing human being. You have the ability to contribute to the world and provide a service or a product that the world needs. And, you know, you could be the next person to engineer a new kind of concrete that can, you know, be more sustainable and maybe is permeable and lets the water go through it. You know, you could be the next dentist that could figure out how to get everyone enamel again, you know what I'm saying, after they lose it, and fix teeth rather than having to go with veneers or dentures, you know, like that could be you. So remember, guard your secret ingredient, you know, guard you in this case, but also remind yourself that you need to lock in and do what my mentor said 7 days ago, which is believe, okay? This little lecture, this little voice note homie dropped on me was, once again, like the Matrix, it was exactly what I needed to hear. In this message from my mentor, they said you needed to believe in yourself, believe in your cause, believe in your business, product, or service, because you're not out here trying to scam people. This is one of the things I remember me and my old roommate Blue had a conversation with just about, was as he, you know, is getting into his own business endeavors, that he didn't want to feel like he was scamming people for them giving him money, you know what I'm saying? And I had to remind him of that you need to, 1, believe in yourself, but 2, understand that you're not. You're providing someone a service that will make them more money. You're providing someone with a product that will ease their supply chain. You know what I'm saying? You're providing value. And in exchange of that, you are getting value back. So when in doubt, believe. If you're on a football team, if you're, like I said, a dog walker in New York, understand that what you're doing is valuable. You are providing something to someone and benefiting the human population in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay. So with all that being said, that's all I got for you today. And look at this pretty butterfly on my phone. It's so pretty. But no, shout out to the woman that passed away right there. I think her name was Jennifer, if I'm correct. And I have a post about her on my Instagram. So if you want to see that, I'll probably link it in the description below. But let me know what you thought about today's episode. I actually just hit up the plug, Dr. Chat GPT or whatever you want to call him today, for more podcast ideas, and we're going to formulate some things. So I just want to tell you a few of the upcoming episodes that are going to be coming. And we're going to be talking about some of the hardest lessons I've learned in life and why I'm grateful for the adversity. A day I almost gave up and why I didn't. That's something I definitely want to illustrate for you on this camera. I'll maybe provide some pictures or something as well. Also, how losing friends helped me find myself. Like I said, in this episode, you are the constant variable in your little life equation. So people come and go for a variety of reasons, and when they leave, it allows you to hone in on what's left, and that's you. So think about that. I also want to grow the podcast. I'm saying? I'm trying to not just be all personal stories. I'm saying? I want to, talk about the world and just give some thoughts on it, so that we can, hopefully get some more people in here, get some more people, some positive energy weekly. I'm saying? We post this every Sunday. So I got some topics about why positivity matters in a negative world, social media versus real life happiness, the power of gratitude in a world that complains, chasing dreams in a 9-to-5 society, and most importantly, why comparison is the theft of joy, or why joy is the theft of comparison. Think about that. And then lastly, actually, I got more topics here. Self-improvement, we talked about this loosely, why failure is the best teacher and 5 habits that changed my life. But now, lastly, deep dive, which is why success feels lonely sometimes. That's something we slightly covered here that I would like to, delve down into deeper. The grind, locking it into the goal is hit. Another thing we talked about here that we're going to facilitate going forward, and why your mindset shapes everything. Okay. And I just want to let you know that it is a beautiful, beautiful thing that we got going on here. And what I was doing right there was reading a text from my sister, because we normally talk on Sundays, and she said she can't talk till later, which is great because, as you can see, I'm a little behind schedule. It's 10:04 and this has to be online by noon. So wish me luck. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hit, comment, follow, unfollow, share, or report. I'm your host, Darshaun Smith, aka the Positivity God. And I think I'm going to make a new podcast intro here soon. I like these little shorter formats we do, where it's just the 10-second intro, little voice intro, and then straight to the main topic. But I do actually want to get back to one, interviewing people. I have some people that have been emailing me to come on the podcast, so maybe I need to actually respond to those people, and we actually have some guests. But then also I need to lock in that new format where we do the time capsule and everything, to where we could just have a little show, what I'm saying, and actually provide some entertainment. That was me ripping out loose hairs on my head. You should see my floor. My hair is everywhere. I'm stressed, but I'm grateful to be alive, grateful for your time, grateful for you believing in me to tell you something cool today. So that's all I got. Fade to black. Goodbye. Yeah.
Is the mic on? For those of y'all that can't spell, that spell stay positive. I'm living life, I'm not surviving.
That's right.
That's what my mama said. Cause I'm in the streets, but I'm doing illegal. I ain't trying to be found dead. Cause I got people that rely on me. Look up to me. Let's get some bread. For those of y'all that can't spell, that spell stay positive. I'm living life, I'm not surviving.
That's right.
That's what my mama said. Cause I'm in the streets, but I'm doing illegal. I ain't trying to be found dead. Cause I got people that rely on me. Look up to me. Let's get some bread.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Darshaun Smith, aka the Positivity God, for the